Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Everyday Black Man Podcast, a podcast for authentic black male thoughts. I am Riker, and I'm joined by R. Reed and Armstead. Follow us on Twitter at EVYD Black Men, Instagram at Everyday Black Men, and Facebook at the Everyday Black Men Facebook page. Now let's start the show.
Hey, so we got Dez over here from Lit Dreams. She's going to give us a little information. Hey, introduce yourself right now.
My name is Dez. I'm 26, and I have this cool clothing line called Lit Dreams.
Not a dating profile.
Is it lit?
It's Lit Dreams.
Is it lit?
It's lit.
Oh.
It's lit.
It doesn't sound too lit, though.
And our second guest today is Teliyah.
Yes.
Oh, I did it right.
Teliyah,
Yes, my name is
welcome
Teliyah.
on down.
Hello, Teliyah.
Thank
We
you.
met her in Vegas.
Yeah.
What happened in Vegas?
Leads to...
Abortions?
That was
No.
the name of the episode.
It was part one, part two. It did pretty well.
You did pretty well.
But abortions aside, although they're always on the side.
Thank you.
That's terrible. We're going to have an interview here because Dez from Lit Dreams.
Lit Dreams.
We had some questions for you about your brand, and we wanted to talk business at the top of the episode. So tell us more about your business. What is your business?
It's a clothing line. It's like urban and vintage at the same time. I started this year, like in March, and I just had a couple. It was started off as really a hat line, and then I combined everything together. And I didn't want to just do females. I wanted to do male and female.
All right. So you're being inclusive, including men as well as women, because I know for a lot of
Yes.
clothing lines, it starts off with either just men or just women. So it's nice that you did both.
Yeah.
That's great because I feel like men are underrated when it comes to fashion. Although
Definitely.
if you ever look at men's fashions, it's really not that
I
hard
mean,
to
you
find.
dripping today.
I mean, yeah. Grandpa over here always dripping.
I'm definitely.
Grandpa.
Grandpa, Uncle
Grandpa Reed.
Grandpa.
Oh, what?
Calm down, Joe Budden. We'll get to you later. So why'd you start your business?
I started it because I just wanted to do something that I was really passionate about and not something that I would get tired of.
Okay.
And one thing I'm really passionate about is putting looks together in like that type of industry, like fashion shows and, following certain people to see different styles that they bring as trends. Like that's kind of big for me. Stuff I like to do.
Me too. I follow Armea down because I love everything she wears on Instagram.
Okay. Are you going to wear any of her clothing?
Oh, no. I'll wear her, though.
I mean, people aren't, unless you're that guy from, what was that movie?
I don't read movies.
Silence of the Lambs.
I don't read movies.
Yeah, you're not going to be wearing her.
Hannibal Lecter.
All right, so you already kind of covered the next question, which was who is your target audience? So you said both men and women, since you're making clothing for men and women.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about maybe adding children in the future?
No, to be honest with you, no. Because it's just certain things that I just wouldn't incorporate with children wear. So if I were to do children, I feel like I would keep it more plain, more simple. I couldn't really do too much because it's certain things that I feel like as children is like too
Okay,
grown.
certain things that
or-
just doesn't mesh with
So
them.
this is an
Yeah,
adult
yeah.
brand.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Sorry, did you want to ask the next one, Ari?
Nah, keep going. That's the last one, and I got some stuff to tell her.
Okay. What is your dream?
My dream?
Yes. For this clothing brand that you started, Lit Dreams, what is your dream?
My dream is to be one of the best designers on the internet surface, for real. I want to go to like Paris. That's really my dream. To have
Should go to China.
China.
Oh, yeah. China was amazing.
Provided you don't say anything
I've been
about
to
Hong
China.
Kong, you can. But that's
Yes,
on the
but they're
docket today.
okay. Go to China, but China doesn't make clothes for us, for our bodies. I mean,
You just got to just, get the different. You probably wear a 4X.
but listen,
Instead of-
okay. So when
Women's
do you guys order offline though?
Entirely different.
Oh,
They are, but do
Yeah.
you guys order offline though? Seriously?
Yeah.
Do you really order your stuff off like line from China or like Indonesia, and it fits exactly how you want it to fit?
I made a mistake ordering
Exactly.
something, but it fit me. But the reason I have a particular body shape,
We all
you know what I'm
do.
saying? Because I go to the gym, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of my stuff had to be altered anyway.
Okay.
But when I made a mistake and I bought something thinking that, it's supposed to be a large or extra large.
Okay.
But when it came in, it was too small. You know what I'm saying? So I should have bought like a 5X. Because that's how they're. Now it's not that they don't make clothes for us. It's just that the sizes of charts are different.
they're going to be smaller.
The size
than you.
charts are different. You know what I'm
Italian
saying?
clothing is small, too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here to make it easier.
Versace.
It's like Italian,
Yeah,
European size. size.
Yeah.
European sizes. But to be honest, Dez, I do understand where you're coming from because I did order some funky anime stuff from China, and it took them forever for it to get here. Then when I got it, the quality was not that great. And, if I ordered from an American business, like Redbubble.
Wasn't that Black
Panther? Or
Panther?
Lit Dreams. Redbubble shouting you out, Lit Dreams, right across.
Was it that
Appreciate it,
Black
see?
Panther outfit that you bought?
Yeah, that Killmonger from China. I ordered that shit from China, nigga. Well, no, so I ordered that shit from an American company, but they outsourced all this shit to fucking.
I gonna order some.
They outsourced all that shit to China.
That black shirt.
No. You remember the one with the yellow
thing that he bought?
That was snug. Well, he was looking like he was thirsty in that shirt. Like all the air was coming out of him and water and everything. But hey, bro, I was like, shit, where?
I remember that.
Well, the research that I've done, a lot of the crowd that I'm targeting, they always speak about like actually make some stuff that actually we could relate to that fits our body and fits our shapes. They're not having things that's for.
Because when I mentioned China, it's like you need to get in touch with the people who make the clothing in China.
Oh, of course.
Make those kind of adjustments.
Vendors.
Like you ever seen these people who start these weave companies, whatever you call them?
Yeah.
The most successful ones, I've seen their stories because that was one thing I was trying to get into. Weird story, but I was trying to get into selling weave because I don't give a fuck. I ain't wearing the shit.
Okay.
Whatever I'll sell weave. And they were always talking about how they would go there and actually touch the hair versus like samples and seeing what they actually like. That really works for them. So it might be something to consider long term, of course, like 5 years or something like that.
Right.
3 to 5 years and find it, or you just have to go back and forth with different people.
It takes time to find the right people to make the right like quality that you want in the time frame that you want, the stitching that you want, embroidery, the vinyl. Like it take a lot of. It's not just like put it on a t-shirt. Come on now. Everybody get ready.
So when we used to do music, and I was like, maybe we should start the clothing brand. All right, I did a little research, and it was like different books I read, and that's a lot. It's about the people who make your clothing, or what do you call them? Your manufacturer.
Yeah, your distributor.
Distributor, manufacturer. And there's a couple books that you can read to help you. And the one that I remember off the top of my head was called Black Book. Okay. And the other one was called How to Start a Clothing Company. They're both available on Amazon.
Okay.
Matter of fact, you're going to cut that out. Amazon ain't giving us no damn money.
Right.
Okay.
Your local bookstore can order that shit for you. Yeah. They can make sure that you're doing all right.
Tom Ford had a book about his uprise too, by the way.
He did. Yeah, you gonna be brick and mortar?
No, this is strictly gonna be online.
Okay.
I don't really.
Do it.
All right. In 5 years, so let's say that you've had year-over-year growth.
Okay.
Consistently, you're not gonna open a shop like Nipsey Hussle?
Of course, that's the next step. But the goal that I have set for right now, the short-term goal, I should say.
Okay.
Online.
Okay.
Online.
I would recommend you get a few things to sell out the trunk. This one dude,
I agree. Yeah.
Hey,
of course.
He made bank.
Hey,
he making trunk.
Bank
that dude don't work. He sell out his trunk. He just make tie-dye shirts.
Of course, though. I do have some things as of right now. I just don't want to, like, one thing I learned, you don't want to have too much merchandise that you're just sitting on.
True.
So it's different things that I'm learning as I'm going. Like,
you start with just a certain amount.
Right,
and just give them out at a time.
Right,
you know?
right.
Well, not give. She's selling.
Not, you know what I mean. You know,
I've made one
fucking
sale already.
Also, spell out your Instagram real quick for us so they can find you.
It's at who.dezz. And my business page is lit.
Trying to promote you.
Trying to promote Lit Dreams.
My business page is lit. lit.dreamess. And y'all can follow me. Appreciate it.
You did say something I want to ask you about. You spoke of fear when starting your business. What kind of fears are you running into?
Ooh, it's I mean, of course, we're human. You're going to have fears. But fears of like not executing, right? Like marketing and the right crowd. But, nowadays, you have to like be shaking your ass on Instagram. And,
I don't believe that to be true. I think women believe that to be true, so they continue it. That's why.
No, because I don't.
Depends on who you follow.
Correct.
Like,
easy way.
She doesn't do anything.
I feel what she's saying, though. I mean,
come on now.
So much,
because I know if I got on Instagram
that's why you like Lizzo so much?
Yes, she does.
I was about to say, nigga.
Yeah, but she's fat. Nobody really cares.
I mean, she had a lot of things to overcome, but still reached number one.
Yeah. I'm saying that's the easy way. If you put yourself half naked in one of your shirts, I'm pretty sure it'd be easier for you to make it.
I mean, it's branding though. Like that's the biggest thing. Branding yourself. You have to find something that could.
Do you want to just stay at urban brand, or you want to move out to the little white kids in Walmart?
Hey, don't hate on that Walmart.
Man, hell, I'll sell my shit.
I mean, really, to be honest with you, me, to be honest with you, I'm fine with this corporate shit. Like corporate dressing, that's something that I'm really, really good at. So I'm really looking, like I've even had an interview with this lady called Belize out in Atlanta, and she has like elegant pieces for that type of market, you know, that type
corporate,
of.
what's that, casual?
Yeah.
Business
Business
casual.
casual. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep. So.
Do you have, one thing I noticed people who do that, because it was like a lot of things I watched, now I ain't telling nobody, but like, I forgot the name of that website. Women use it. I don't know married man who use it. When you pin it, what's the name?
Pinterest. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you should do that. Do a Pinterest with your style.
True.
I see a lot of dudes and women do that.
Vision boards, though. Vision board parties and stuff, that should be lit.
I don't know nothing about that. You learned me something.
You didn't know what a vision board is?
Vision board parties?
You never heard of vision board parties?
Nigga, no.
Nigga, how do you think people...
My niggas ain't got no vision. They blind.
I mean,
man, come on
you need
now.
to change the circle. I
did.
Did you?
Yeah.
He's so funny.
That nigga.
What niggas you know got vision?
Nah.
Do you have a vision?
Well, actually, you know what? I take that back. A lot of people I know got some
Everybody
vision.
got a vision.
Everybody got vision.
Degree, but to what degree? Usually it's not as big as you think.
It's pretty big degree.
Keep it quiet, ladies and gentlemen. Really? I'm calling her out.
I'm quiet.
Quiet.
I'm quiet.
I'm an observer.
Teliyah?
Yeah.
I just call it T because I can't say it right. Can't not say Teliyah.
Teliyah's so easy. You just said it.
Teliyah.
Don't tell me what I just did.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, she told you. But do you
else?
have any other questions?
Oh, no. Not right now. We'll get back
Armstead, did you have anything that you wanted to ask our very lovely guest that we appreciate for coming on and telling us about Lit Dreams?
Can you tell me what your IG is one more time, and what are the pricing of your merchandise?
Ooh, very smart.
Oh, yeah, that is a good question. I'm like, you gonna try to go for the niggas who be selling T-shirts for $50? Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
No, for hoodies, since it's cold right now, I'm doing like $30, $32 for a hoodie. I don't think that's that bad.
Sell
And
it for $50.
for T-shirts, I was doing like $25. The Instagram page is lit.dreamss on Instagram.
Cool.
So you mentioned the pricing of your... Why do you want it to be affordable?
Why do I want it to be affordable?
Correct. Because I was saying prices, I'm just like, people will spend... How much you think a pullover from Gucci is, y'all? Off the top of your head.
$350.
Shit, probably more than
Like I
that.
had T-shirts for $350. That was just a plain.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna
I'm
say,
sorry. Let me
probably
get my Gucci branding up. $550.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You got to crawl before you walk.
I feel like true.
I'm just
I feel
trying to
like
fill
that's
my
true.
audience, and it's like I plan on getting better things. I'm not gonna expect anything from my audience that I wouldn't.
Would you pay $50 for your hoodies?
I just depends on what kind of hoodie it is.
Okay, so you got some patterns that you like more than others?
Yeah, like it depends.
Okay.
I mean, everybody got their favorites.
I feel like we sell ourselves short trying to reach a lower market, but the truth is, niggas buy shit they can't afford all the time. That's just.
I agree
that's
with
true.
you, and I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
But I think she's done some market research, and she'll continue to do market research.
Correct, because I feel like we sell ourselves short. Because
Yeah,
I remember
of
when we
course.
was trying to sell CDs and shit, we'd be like, "Hey man, we're gonna just sell it for $5, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. This shit 10.
Exactly.
Buy it, nigga. You don't
Buy
want
it. Support it. Support
Yeah,
it.
you'll buy other niggas shit for 10 while you won't buy my shit for 10.
Exactly. You bought that
Put
T.I.
on
shit.
TV, good.
Yeah, people gonna buy what they want.
Yeah, you buy what you want.
Even if we
I've
can't
seen
afford it.
I like your logo. I think that was your logo with the eye.
Yeah.
I like that.
I
That was weird.
appreciate that
How did
because,
you
you
do
know,
it?
I really actually somebody that I work with is a designer, and I just got with him and let him know what I wanted, like, you know, the main outline. And I told him I'm real spiritual, so like the third eye means a lot of things.
Most
And
definitely.
so I kind of told him to put it together, and then I'm more like a spacey,
Hippie?
yeah, type of thing, you know.
Trippy.
Nah.
But it's so funny you said that because this lady told me, she was like, she was just like, you
Black
know, you got
hippies,
too much
TDE.
color in your logo.
Too much color.
That's what she told me y'all today
you mean,
before
too
I
much
came
color?
here.
Who is she?
It was this
She wear black and
t-shirt,
white
this
only?
custom t-shirt person.
She only wear black and white. Like, what's the thing? She got the Cruella de Vil fever.
No, she was Vietnamese, I think, and she was just telling me like she think it would be better if it would be something plain, like. And I was just like, oh my god, is
I've
my
never seen the color of a polo, like a color like this one's just
plain?
plain
Yeah.
one. But the other one got like a blue
Fruity
shirt
colors,
on,
yeah.
green sleeves. I don't see it all kind of ways. So I don't, I
Yeah.
don't hear that. Even Nike's just plain.
Well,
And I feel like I can always-
Brands aren't just plain though. That's just the truth of it. But I believe they become things.
Right.
Yeah, you become whatever.
But I
don't
feel like
think
I
have
could
to
always change it though. That's why I didn't trip. Like,
I mean,
you can change the colors.
You're not 1,000%. You are 1,000,000% correct.
Correct.
So you good. You good.
Hey,
Keep doing.
I'm just learning as I'm going.
I see what she said.
No. I get that most logos are plain, but she's trying to stand out in the market.
Man, come on. I want to be out when you see my logo. Like, oh yeah, you know how many people of my peers that they're already like, oh yeah, I remember seeing that. Like, that's what I want. You know what my logo look like. We know what Polo look like.
I like it.
Thank you.
But I wouldn't do it for follow your heart. Fuck what people think, because people think like, that's group thing.
Yeah. And at first I thought it was childish.
All the logos around me, I'm like, those shits are playing.
Yeah.
Windows logo ain't playing.
Yeah.
That's why Max outside them.
Yeah. At HP logo playing. I'm just looking around me. All right. Anyway, let's. All right, y'all gonna join us on our next segment.
Ooh boy, and what a segment it is. We're gonna talk about a chance at freedom.
Don't stress me out.
All right, so back in 2006, Robert Braxton was found guilty of fracturing the ribs and femur of both his toddler son and his 3-month-old daughter. He was only jailed for 2 years. His wife, whose name I will pull up, Tondalao Hall, who is being looked at for a commutation, which we hope she receives. She was given 30 years because the judge felt that she didn't do enough to adequately protect the children from Robert. Talk about irony. She's now going to get a chance at a new trial after spending, let's see, it's 2019 right now? 13 years behind bars? Technically 15 because this all happened like in 2004. But the fact that they would decide to jail Miss Tondalao Hall for longer than the nigga who did the actual physical abuse.
What state was this in?
I don't want to sound crazy, but
Oklahoma.
She's the mom. Like, I'm so sorry, but she's the mom.
So she deserves to do 15 years?
No,
that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay, what are you saying?
You supposed to,
like
she's
you
black, right?
Yeah,
this is a black male and a black female, right?
Oh yes, most certainly.
Okay,
the system is definitely on the woman's side, and she didn't use that advantage.
Yeah, like I just
look. This wasn't her actually committing capital murder. We talked about that last podcast. Okay, women get 63% less time if they did the offense. All right, so she didn't join in. She gets penalized.
That means there had to be a history of something. Her not protecting her children.
No, what it was it was a rogue judge who felt like he was going to punish her.
She didn't protect her children, and that's like
he missed his lunch, and when judges miss their lunch, they give harsher sentences.
Because it's like you're the mom, though. Like, where were you? What were you doing?
Oh, she was getting beat the fuck up too. It wasn't. You think this just happened to the kids?
So you didn't call nobody. You didn't reach out.
How many women actually call somebody before they went?
That's on them.
So we throw all the women under the bus.
That's the problem.
Look at brown skin couch. She over there like y'all some fuck niggas.
No, what would happen if he would have killed them kids? You know what I'm saying? And all she had to do was just make a call or say something.
Make a call and say something. Yes. How about we get that nigga for not taking care of his kids?
We're not by not denouncing him. We're not. We're not. By not giving him more jail time, it's not really giving. God damn it! Hold on, I'll put the words together. We'll start right.
You trying to put the bullshit together?
I was gonna say because I guess
two of them can be wrong, sir.
Yes. Okay.
We're saying both charges are wrong. I believe she got too much time and he didn't get enough time.
Exactly.
Okay.
She deserved to still be.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Y'all over here. This is
I
what
totally
we call
agree with what you're saying.
victim blaming.
No, this is definitely
She
not
a victim in this situation too.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm not saying that there weren't warning signs along the way.
If she getting her ass beat, you need to say something.
Okay.
Nigga, how many women have you talked to that are battered women? Do you know the number one thing that the cycle is?
Bro, when you get sick, you not go to the doctor.
Sir,
when you get
niggas
sick,
don't
you
go to the doctor.
doctor.
We die.
No, we don't die.
Yes,
I go to the doctor. If I feel
it's so many things. Some people choose to be. Come on now, you see that's the problem.
To be.
Some people choose because you're not going to tell me that you didn't go to work, you didn't go to the grocery store, you're not going to tell me you didn't. Come on now, and you didn't say anything. Anything.
But I have a question.
Correct.
Was that the biological father of the children?
That's a better question.
Because at the end of the day, if the judge is punishing her because she's the biological mother of the children, then why is he not punishing the father equally? Because you guys were both solely responsible to look after those children. And if he was abusing them and she was dismissing it for whatever reason, it doesn't matter. It's a two-way street. You know.
Okay. Number one, in society, how we have it now, women are responsible for children.
But that's not right.
We're not talking about what's right. We're talking about what is.
But I think we should be talking about what is right and what is wrong, not based off of the way society views things. Because regardless of the fact,
this, like legally speaking, you and I were married, we had children. Who's gonna get the children? If anybody in this room had to guess,
primarily, yes, the judge will look at him and say, no, the children should be with their mother.
Why?
Because we birthed them, we carried them, we created them. So there's a connection between the mother and the child that you can't necessarily form.
Okay, perfect. So you can acknowledge all that. But you aren't giving her the due credence, so due effort to protect them.
I think it's different because she doesn't have children, though.
But regardless of whether or not, like, she birthed those children into the world, that man helped create those children. He should have that same empathy in his heart to not want to abuse his children, and she should not be more responsible for preventing them from abuse than what the father should. It's almost
like, so that man should be just as responsible for that child?
Yes, if that is the biological father, why would he not be?
Correct.
If she died, what if she was pregnant? Right.
If she was pregnant and she wanted an abortion.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
But then why doesn't his decision
both the motherfuckers still equally responsible. If they don't want to have a child together. If they don't want to have a child together, they need to still make that decision together.
Before they know it, don't count. We already talked about that.
That's
we already talked about
interesting logic.
Yeah. No. Is it interesting logic or is it just the logic?
Exactly.
We're not doing this alien type shit where we just get to take over niggas' bodies.
I just want, you know what I was doing, and I did it.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Yeah. What she want is just, what is true, but we're not talking about what is. Mm-hmm. No, we're talking about what it is. What it should be is a totally different thing.
It should have been 50-50. She got 25 years, that nigga should have got 25 years.
No, she got 30 years. That nigga got 2 years.
Neither one of them should spend over 10 years in jail because the children aren't dead, and somebody needs to...
I mean, I'm sorry.
That's still trauma. That is trauma.
If you break a child's femur, I'm sorry. I think you should...
That's trauma.
That's what I'm saying, because that could lead to complications in life that could fuck up other things or whatever.
You should beat somebody.
You know what? Actually, upon review of the play, when Amber Geiger only get 10 years, you know what? These two should got 5 max. Let's call it done.
He should have got more.
I don't think so.
I'm sorry. He gets 10. He gets 8. She gets 5.
Okay.
Can we agree on that?
It should be.
Yeah.
But I agree with the judge because.
Well, see, I don't agree with the judge.
My thing is this: how did he do it though?
You got to take into account the fact that this guy has been mentally.
You ain't gonna drop nobody and they go break a femur and whatever other.
No, he didn't just do this. This guy has a long pattern. Like
even worse.
And then I feel like it really depends on how long has this been happening. You know what I'm saying? Is there a built up of medical records that show time?
Correct.
It seems like
okay.
She did care. She didn't care. With the thing that you don't like to admit, nigga, how many female cult leaders you know? I don't know any. Exactly. You know why men are cult leaders? Because we're charismatic. Because we're able
manipulative.
We're able to manipulate.
Hello, say that one more time. Wait, pause.
Manipulative. Exactly.
What about that they don't have the charismatic and manipulative traits?
Yeah.
I think that goes opposite of the motherly traits. Getting into Judah, your boy Judah, because he talks about certain traits, masculine and feminine principles. This guy for years had been abusing her mentally and physically. This didn't just happen overnight where he one day was like, fuck them kids.
Right.
It was something over time where I guess for him, beating just her wasn't effective enough. Right. And he decided to expand it to the kids. Yeah. I get your point.
Yeah.
In the fact that she did have some role in this.
But role. You're the mom.
I get that. But being the mom and being the mom who's used to a cycle of abuse is something completely different. Because we have to take everything.
What you're doing. She's holding her accountable.
No, she's saying that we need to hold her accountable in totality. 66% of the women that end up in these kind of situations were from households that were they were abused.
Look,
I seen this happen in a movie.
That's not true. And let me tell you why that's not true. Because I'm
not telling you what I think is true. I'm telling you what is actually true.
No,
this is my thoughts. This is statistics. So. If we were talking thoughts, you could think, but...
No, go and say what you're going to say.
No.
I get tired of women getting to play the victim role. But if it was fucking reversed, no dude could ever say, my dad beat me, and I just thought that was the way we were supposed to do it.
No, men say that shit all the time. They say, look, my dad beat me, that's why I beat you, like he used to beat my mom.
That's the way I showed that I love you.
Exactly. That's the way I express my love.
I'm
not saying that you're not going to get more time, my nigga. But also, you're only going to get more time if you only getting more time because the state. Because if it's a federal offense, if it's a state offense, you kind of go back and forth. Remember, as we said, if it's a federal offense, you're getting 63% longer time. So yeah, you got 40 years. She probably got 13 if she had done the same thing to you. We know a nigga like that.
Well, we know men are held more to a higher standard.
No, we know a nigga like that. He used to get physically abused. He didn't actually go and report her, but if he had reported her, she would have gotten some time.
Yeah, bitch, man.
But again, we know people, and part of that is why. Look at his parents. His parents is pieces of shit. I mean, again, it's all a cycle. I'm not saying that she is excused 100%. So her doing some time, I'm not against that. I'm not saying she deserves zero time.
Okay, we're all on the same page with that. But still being the nurturer, the mother, the protector, the birth, like you, come on,
like feminist agenda.
It's just like, it's just like, come on, like it's just.
But that's exactly what white people use to get themselves excused. So that's why I'm trying to keep it on a certain level.
Okay.
So that we can hold everybody to. Because once you start saying the birther and the nurturer, white judges are like, she don't deserve no time. Yeah. She done had a hard life.
Okay. Right.
She's still in a patriarchal society.
One of the hardest jobs out there.
One of the hardest jobs in the world.
Okay.
So that's why I'm just saying. Like,
I got what you're saying.
We all agree that she should have got less time.
Okay.
But I think the problem.
She got more time.
I mean, he should have got hella more time.
Nah, man.
Hella more time.
But he
definitely
should have
hella more time.
He should have got hella more
got
time.
10 years for killing somebody.
I said 8.
Exactly.
I said 8.
Because he's still the father, man.
I mean, he's still the father. He needs it.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not that he's gonna learn to change. I think he needs time to cool off.
Correct.
Like niggas in the pen,
I say like between 5 and 8.
Hopefully.
You know, so she probably maybe should. Maybe a year or two.
No,
you know what I'm saying.
Like
although if she had been in Texas, she would have gotten Operation Bambi. But she probably didn't get that.
It depends on how long it's been.
She would have got no time, or California.
I feel like she should have got longer than a year or two for sure.
Depending on how long.
But now you're putting the children in foster
I was
care
thinking that too. I started thinking.
But if they're in a household where nobody has the ability to protect them for whatever reason is going on, I think they're better off in the system. I think
she needs to go to some classes that talk to women about how to better.
I think they both need that time, like he was saying, to cool off. They both need to collect their thoughts and understand where they went wrong in a situation. Her, where she didn't say something, and him, where he should have not been doing anything. You know, so they both deserve
what was leading him to do whatever took place.
I have a question for the woman here, then.
Okay, go right in.
Here we go.
You forgot the question.
That's interesting. Y'all both are women. One of you have children. One of you don't have children. Do y'all feel that we hold women accountable in general
for like crimes against like the children, or
just in general,
or just in general
as a society for the shit they do? Not even just a crime. It could be. Like,
I definitely think so.
Even with like I
definitely think so.
But
there's been cases. Was it Centoya? Was it Centoya? Or
Centoya Brown.
Centoya Brown. She was kidnapped. You know, forced into rape, forced into sex trafficking and everything, and she finally killed her abuser and her captor. Exactly.
Well, he was a John who was probably going to kill her. Let's be honest. He was white.
Exactly. He was the guy that had her captive. And she finally killed this man, and she got life in prison. It wasn't until, maybe like a year or so ago, maybe a little longer. Yeah, she finally got, let out. But she was a young woman. I think.
That situation, is the dude still in jail?
She killed him.
No, reverse the situation.
Okay.
Make it a male. Okay. He went through the same kind of situation. Do you think he would still be in jail?
Yes.
She's scheduled to be released August 7th.
Yeah, I mean.
But I believe her being a female, I think it goes back. Like, again, I think there are situations where we should review them because there was an injustice there. If she grew up with all these issues and all that kind of stuff, that's fine. But those previous things are never considered for anybody else but females. Like emotional trauma. Men got emotional trauma too.
Okay.
I think it depends on the situation, depending on who you're coming to in front of a judge. I think some judges are more sympathetic than others, and I definitely think some do play that card where it's like, no, you're a man, you could have prevented this, or no, you're a woman, you were a victim to this. But I definitely think overall, I think there's a fair share of account of. I do to a degree because I've seen many cases where I feel like women were overcharged and men as well.
When
she just talked about Centoya Brown.
That exactly. That was one. And then there's many other cases you can just you can run across, like in the news and things like that. There's many cases.
The lady who decided to stand her ground and fire a warning shot at her husband in Florida.
Yeah, but
I'll insert her name here. Marissa Alexander.
But I think those are anomalies versus the norm.
I don't think
because
it's an anomaly.
Because if Sean King wasn't on that thing, I don't think we would have never heard anything about her.
Probably not. Shout out to Sean King. Fuck D-Ray.
Look at Stacey Dash. I'm choosing sides. Stacey Dash just got arrested.
She deserved that. That's the fourth husband she got there beat up.
What? She
deserved it. She deserves it. But she needs to do time.
That she is abused.
She needs to do time.
She's literally beating these men.
She's prettier than all get out, but she is feistier than a motherfucker.
But see that? I don't know. That's what
I'm
saying.
Like, she's the fact that we can minimize the fact that she's doing abuse. Whereas with Chris Brown, everyone's like, lock him up. He's a terrible person.
But that's I don't even. Let's not even touch that.
But he tore her ass
she threw several.
Let's not even touch that because.
Nah, I love touching that because that's the one
because
where
afterwards
we all judged it, and then we came to find out the facts.
But you know
she was throwing haymakers and all kinds of shit.
I didn't judge it. I specifically said I'm a woman and I know how women are and our mouths are crazy and some of us are very forceful than others and a lot of us don't know how to shut the fuck up, number one, and number two, walk away. So with that being said, Rihanna, we know what type of personality you have. We know what type of personality he have. So y'all was getting into a regular normal people argument. It got heated. She said something you didn't like. Y'all got a little, and that's how. But then Rihanna, you go on TV, you cry, you start this damn movement. Just to turn back around and still fought with him.
But that's because that's an ignorant factor.
I guarantee
feel like any man that puts his hands on you like that, to that extent, you should never go back to him. I don't care how good the dick, the money, or whatever it is. But I definitely feel like I understand women can be antagonizers because I've witnessed it and I've done it myself. And some men, they don't give a fuck. But I definitely feel as though the way Chris Brown beat her was to an unnecessary extent. Regardless of the scuffle they may have gotten to or the verbal argument, he busted her lip. He swelled that bitch eye. You know what I'm saying? It was to an extent that was unnecessary.
But you know what though? Let me, with that, how many times did she punch him before he threw two punches?
But who knows? Because when we seen Chris Brown's pictures, I think when they even did get circulated, I think he might have had like a little faint of a black eye. He wasn't like she stumped him out.
But the thing about it is he was driving a vehicle. You know what I'm saying? And she started throwing punches at him while he was driving a vehicle. Allegedly.
No, not allegedly.
But he must have stopped to whoop her ass like that. Because how the fuck is
I can see you right now. I could beat somebody's ass and still drive a car if I wanted to. I'm just saying.
I don't believe
that the domestic violence conversation in this country will never be a fair one because we don't have a real one?
I don't know.
Let me give you
I don't think it'll be resolved. No.
Y'all know there's toxic relationships and then there's abuse.
Okay.
Toxic relationships are looked at the same as abuse.
Okay.
I know niggas who beat their girl like I don't know these niggas. I see a dude beating the girl ass just because she wouldn't listen to him with some shit.
Yeah.
Now, the people who go back and forth are looked at the same as those relationships.
Because so let me ask you something. Okay, so would you you know this girl, whatever, y'all cool, and her and her boyfriend been together for like 6 years and some change, right? Mm-hmm. They have like 3 children together, and he doesn't like beat her ass, like beat the shit out of her or anything. It's just like
he's wrong.
When they get into it.
Do they both get into it?
Yeah.
Then they both have issues, not just her.
Yeah.
No, not her. Okay, so when I say get into it, I mean like if she just
nigga, no.
And then he just.
If you can't take it, leave her. Like she just
yeah.
Leave her ass with them 3 kids.
That's abuse.
That ain't true.
If she talking shit and he clock her ass, that's abuse.
Like they like to fight. I know a couple.
Man,
he a little dude and she a big woman. She bigger than him, so she can take it. Right?
Okay,
if she wants to. He tries best, but
he can't win that fight.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you look at that as abuse?
I think that's abuse.
Cardinal, he always looked at it as the abuser,
even though she don't want to do the abuse.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm gonna have this guy come on a podcast one time too. He's actually a cop, and the exact same situation actually happened to him, where he actually had his kids with him, and his girl at the time he has a child by, if I'm correct, basically came home one day and she was drinking. And basically he was trying to leave and get some stuff together, and she just went off on him and she started swinging on him while the kid was in his hand. So
women do that.
Yeah, while the kid was in his hand. So what he did was before
not all women.
So what ended up happening is He called the police. You know, even though he is police, he called the police. And why?
Well, yeah, because you don't want them doing that.
But while he was on the phone with the
bullshit.
police, he thought to himself, "Down, let me go grab my pistol." You know, so just in case she grab it and try to use it on me. You know, so he went and grabbed it and had it on him, and it was in the holster and everything. And she still ran up on him and started swinging on him. So he got damn backhanded with the damn pistol to get him off her because he had a shot in his hand. He still ended up getting in trouble.
He would.
I mean, of course.
What kind of shit is that?
Of course
That's what I'm saying. The conversation, we'll never have an honest conversation. That's why when they talk about domestic violence, it's always from a feminist perspective.
No, because it's like
Woman's
if
Which is an unfair perspective. That leaves you as victims.
I
and
don't
not
believe
necessarily-
that.
Like the Chris Brown.
So getting your ass beat
feminist,
is
but
not
then
being
there's
a
real
victim?
women who are
Of course.
logical, and you know, we're understanding
Feminazis, not
Yeah.
feminazis.
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 So getting
Nazi,
your
no,
damn
Nazi.
head knocked off
Yeah.
your shoulders is not.
No, that Chris Brown Rihanna situation
just
to me, they made when y'all watched it
Yeah.
on the news, it seemed like at first that he was just beating her ass, right?
Yeah, they made
Yeah.
it seem that
But
way.
as time went by, it was just like, hold on.
And she started back fucking with him, like.
Yeah, they had a toxic ass
But
relationship.
anything a
He
male
had a
does,
toxic relationship with everyone he's had a relationship with.
Right. I
That's
think
the problem that we didn't
exactly.
find out till later.
Exactly.
because we
I'm not
expect
even
y'all
gonna
to
say
be.
that, man, because all the females that he probably been with, you know, like a
Nigga,
particular
did
somebody.
you see the end of the Carucci?
like
debacle?
particular.
Exactly.
But what type of person is Carucci?
Carucci right now currently living her best life, no drama.
I know,
none of that
But he
bullshit.
been
as far as
begging her
like,
back forever.
Have you ever heard anything?
He
as
been
far as
begging
her
to
doing
try to
some
get her
shit?
back forever. True, but that's because he's a fuck nigga, and that's who he does. That's what he does.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
You know how you
That's
just got some
true.
people who dislike people who are just like that.
Toxic.
I get that, but that
Yeah.
was him and Rihanna, and Rihanna got the
Yeah,
betterness of that situation. She's now dating billionaires and got a brand worth $1 billion.
You got some
Right.
people who like
Exactly.
big girls. You got some people who like masculine girls. You know, it is what it is. But some people like that toxic shit. Some people love to be in relationships.
I mean,
where
yeah.
it's like,
They
I feel like I
do.
need to
So what
argue.
R. Reed is saying,
I feel like
is right.
arguing.
We need to have more
Females,
of a conversation
I've had females
about
that
that.
say
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's definitely true. But like, why are people like so dismissive to abuse and claiming it as a toxic relationship just because both partners are willing to be in it together? I really feel like that's what makes it the label toxic, because both people in the relationship are willing to do it. But say I don't want to be with you and we're in a relationship and you're just beating on me, now it's abuse.
Oh, yeah.
But it's still abuse regardless.
True.
It's just the mentality that both people have. It's still fucked up regardless.
Correct. They both need
Right.
to work on themselves before they with anybody.
Exactly.
But if they're
Because they're going to
together,
do
they
it with
both
someone
work.
else if they did it with one another.
Because they thought that was normal. I know people who grew up with their parents arguing and shit, and they do the same thing. I'm just like, bro, that's not normal. Number one, you're a man. Say what you gotta say, and don't argue with no woman. Just say what you gotta say and be done. After that, she probably keep going, but nigga, go play PlayStation.
Nah, they're just gonna walk in with a bat, and that's gonna be the end of your PlayStation.
Niggas just leave.
But then again, man, you got some females that are like, you just gonna leave? Okay, well you come back.
That's
Next thing you know, your
place
place,
police because there's no winning situation.
and then that situation, your PlayStation be in the tub.
I mean, bro, that's
Well, no, part of it is, bro. You got to be
you
okay.
gotta go.
Yeah, if she destroys property, you just got
gotta
to
go.
you got to call it
Yeah,
done.
I totally agree.
Yeah, if because most women hate anything that takes away attention from them.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
I
a whole
mean,
nother
niggas
dynamic
too.
that we don't have time.
Yeah.
We don't have time to get into.
What you mean, niggas
We don't have
too.
time to get into that. This segment where we are, we will follow this up at another time with all parties for that part. What I want to talk
She on her
about
phone right now.
that we need to talk
Live.
about the current state of the Hong Kong protests, because there's a lot of shit that's going in. So, Ari, I know you want to talk about the top. I know you
No.
want to talk
What's
about
going
at the top.
No,
What's going on?
I'm not.
No.
Oh
following
shit!
that.
So they still protesting,
So
even
tell
though
them
that.
about Hong Kong, and then I tell them.
Okay. So Hong Kong is a product of Europe, and by Europe I mean Great Britain, going to China being like, oh, this land right here, we taking it. We'll give it back to you in 100 years. 100 years later, they give it back to them, but the people who've lived there and who've grown up there, they've grown up with a relative democracy. And because of that, they have certain rights that, people on mainland China don't get. Like the fact that they can talk back to the government and not die in the middle of the street, like Tiananmen Square, RIP. But China now is starting to be like, look, we want to kind of keep things a little more tightly reined. So the thing that's really fucked up about Hong Kong is governed by a body, but the body of people is randomly selected, quote unquote, from basically the rich niggas. And the rich niggas there, of course, have great ties to China. So they decided that they were going to implement a new policy where before they had to actually have a trial before they could just extradite you to China for something that you did. Like you got to have a jury of your peers or a judge or something like that. Nah, China said, fuck that. We just going to straight up middle of the night kidnap your ass and take you back to China where you're going to stand trial there. And people said, hell no, we won't go. And so they started protesting.
Well, about 3-4 months now.
About 4 months now.
All right, now this is how ties into what's going on. So there was a guy in the NBA. His name's Daryl Morey. He is the general manager of the Houston Rockets. And he supported the protests of the citizens in China. So I don't know if y'all know anything about the NBA. NBA makes a shitload of money in China. I mean, a shitload. So let's say the NBA final, you'll have to look this up, but NBA final drew 25 million people here. In China, it drew like double it, like ridiculous. And that's China alone, like double that. So he says that China goes, no, fuck that. He has to apologize and fire him. Houston Rockets are tied to China because this old basketball player named Yao Ming.
Yeah, I remember y'all.
Yeah, straight from China.
Yeah,
they went before everything got big, and they're like, we're not gonna fire him because NBA
200 million people watched.
Oh, my bad. 200 million people watched it. So NBA, I don't know if y'all know this about the NBA. If you was thinking about the NBA and then you thought about the NFL, what would you think about the NBA? They supposed to be the woke brand, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Social
Super woke.
justice warriors. So that same kind of thing that Colin Kaepernick spoke about is going on in China, where there's an injustice against the people, and they're over there in China just like, oh, okay, whatever.
Right.
So the question is should the NBA say something, do something? And then the NBA is kind of like, it's just business and we're not apologizing. You should have freedom of speech. But these were the same people who told everybody, let's get this right. It's not just the NBA. It's Nike too.
Right.
Because Nike owns the NBA to some extent. Because
But-
of the shoes. It must be the shoes. All right. So with that said.
Because ain't them shirts.
With that said.
Or them shorts.
They're trying to get, they started taking the money away from China. NBA makes $1.5 billion a season right now off the TV rights in China. $1.5 billion.
Off TV rights?
Off TV rights.
Just TV rights.
Yes.
Oh,
That's not
God.
even counting the stuff that they get from Tencent, which has almost 1 billion users in China.
Correct.
Oh, wow.
And that's like compared to here. We don't even, there's so many people over there, it doesn't even matter. But like here,
crazy.
y'all ever wonder why NBA contracts started going up? It's because of that. Like, them niggas making $40 million a year to play basketball.
Right. That's
I need that job.
So the contextualize
even
this
NFL
number,
players, they're getting like $9 million.
Exactly.
to
They
Do you
just
think NBA should
sit on
stick
this
up
bench.
for China, or they should just shut the fuck up? If they supposed to be woke, injustice anywhere is an
Injustice
injustice
everywhere.
everywhere.
Right.
Now,
Since you put
they
it
had
that way.
2.9 billion views over the playoffs.
Shit.
2.9
I think we should mind our
billion.
business.
That's not even that many people here.
Yes.
I think we should mind our
That's a tough
business.
one.
You think we should mind our business? So you're saying corporations over facts?
So
I feel
then
like-
when the NFL had their protests, shouldn't it be the same thing if they were just protecting their interests?
Exactly.
Right.
That's what this goes back to. The problem is that if you're saying that we should roll over on this, then you can't say shit about the NFL blocking cap because they're just doing what's in their best interest for Budweiser and Fox News and MAGA supporters.
Right.
That's the problem is you can't pick and choose your battle. You
Yeah.
gotta have a consistent thing. RE's a piece of shit, but he's a consistent piece of shit.
I'm with
just joking.
the
You're kind of half a piece of shit.
I'm with the role of
More like diarrhea.
you should stick up for justice.
He's not
everywhere.
dying. He's not dying.
It's gonna cost them billions of dollars if they do
Correct.
it. Though.
Exactly.
But you think they're gonna do it?
Justice.
Probably
so
not.
you saying
Probably not,
justice is justice? I agree
Injustice
with that.
is injustice.
I agree
now,
with that.
at the same time, I don't know how many of you guys heard of a company called Blizzard. They made a game called World of Warcraft.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we know what that is. Yeah. Well, I
Okay.
do.
Well, they also have made a game called Hearthstone. And Hearthstone, you know, pretty well played like card game. They had the Grand Master League and a Hong Kong player won that. And so in his post-game interview, of course, he was like, he supports the protests. So what Blizzard did is Blizzard decided, we don't want to upset our overlords because Tencent bought into Blizzard because that's how much money they have. They can buy an American company's values. So they stripped him of his title, banned him for 1 year, told people in America that we support free speech, but in China they said, we are very angry that someone disrespect our country's values.
They want that dude to apologize.
They want that dude not only just to apologize, but they gave him the most strict punishment ever. They're niggas who cheated in them games who ain't got that kind of thing. They took his prize money, they took his rank, and they banned him for a year. This triggered protests in here where, I mean, it was really small, but the people who worked at Blizzard Activision, they protested and covered up. Like, they have like every voice matters. Ironic. They covered that up. They have been talking, you know, internally about how they're going to do things. And now, like, American college players in the American College League, they were playing it, and they held up a little sign that said, free Hong Kong, free Blitzchung, and Blizzard canceled them, but then they went back on and said, oh, well, since they didn't want to get, that First Amendment kind of lawsuit, even though First Amendment is between you and the government, not between you and private businesses. But they decided to rescind them being punished, to which those guys said, well, we're not going to play because this is some fuck shit.
Yeah, so the question is, this is something that's been going on with China for a while, y'all. Y'all probably don't follow this kind of stuff, but there's going to be a tipping point with China and American businesses. The question is, do American businesses travel with do their values travel? And if their values don't travel, say that.
True. And if you don't say it, we're going to determine it for you, because that's kind of the problem. It's like Apple hasn't said anything about this because Apple makes $3 billion every fucking month from China.
Exactly. They're not going to say anything.
Would you say something?
We're assuming now. Let's put you in their position.
Lit Dreams.
Lit Dreams. Let's say Lit Dreams is making $3 billion every month off China. $3 billion.
I feel like I would say something because
Would you say something in China?
Oh, hell no. No, you say something here.
So they could blow my plane up as I'm on my way home.
China will be like, we can lose 1,000 citizens. We only got billions more.
But there are a lot of people who support
that was my logic though. Like we could spare like 2,000 million people because we already have 1 trillion. You get with us? We could spare that, but
True.
you know.
So no, I get it. And then you just change your manufacturing to like Indonesia, which is the same shit, different government. Now you just got make sure that y'all don't do anything that gets Muslims.
I think the media
angry.
tried to conflate the issue to confuse you.
Well, because they don't want you to know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're saying that the NBA they're doing what they're supposed to do as a business. But if they're in America, you have the right to say something because you have the power to change.
Remember that I can't breathe shit?
Right.
Correct. I mean, it's America. But if you're in China, if they don't say anything, I don't blame them because
in China, For the NBA, the reason that people are so angry with them is because they spent year after year talking shit about the NFL and how they are, you don't stand up for domestic violence, you don't stand up for Kaepernick, you don't stand up for this.
I mean, they
and then only to turn around.
Wait. NFL didn't with domestic violence or which one?
I'm talking about Kaepernick.
Yeah. The NFL.
They didn't back him up. We didn't back him up like we were supposed to.
We did. We stopped watching it. Like I used to love watching the NFL, and I used to love going to
you didn't support
Super Bowl games and all that stuff, and eating all that food and whatnot. But I had to give all that up for my own views.
You want to know why I gave up Cap? Because I don't know what his end goal is. He didn't have.
What do you mean? Okay,
like you didn't understand why he was continuing to go on with it.
Like that's the problem.
What was the end result?
This is why people when you listen to conservatives, which you should try.
Okay.
Everybody here probably liberal. But when you have an end goal, it matters. We don't know what the fuck his end goal is.
Okay, I see.
Right. Talk till injustice stop. Because not stop him. How are you gonna help the situation?
But why we gonna tell you that? Why would I tell you the end goal when he didn't have a lot of people backing him up though? We didn't.
Contingency.
We didn't.
They just want drama. They don't want it to end.
Okay.
And he's felt more like his girl.
Okay.
But the difference is that she's his vice president. That's his attack dog.
Correct.
The same way that when Sean King's wife took control of his account for a day and wreaked havoc on Twitter, and then he could just be like, nah, like you need to have like your attack person, like your person.
Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
Yeah, you need to have your person who's going to be doing that. At the same time, I hear the message and I understand what you're trying to say. I think really what you want is you want him to say, all right, I will be willing to stop kneeling when X happens. Correct. That way there's a outline.
He didn't demand anything. He didn't.
He did, but it was vague.
He wanted vague. He was vague. I mean, he did it the way that rappers should do more stuff. Be more vague with what you want.
Correct.
Don't just be like, I want all the bitches and $3 million. like nigga, be more vague. Be like,
because with his interpretation, he's like, oh well, I want a Chinese bitch, an Asian bitch, and then like he could keep changing, moving the goalposts. Now the problem was white people was ignoring it. Period.
Well, white people was ignoring it for 2 reasons. One, this doesn't affect their bottom line. And 2, they're like, hey, what are y'all doing? Because I thought this was football. Now, he could have and should have had maybe a more actionable end goal.
Yeah, and we call it players because the players are the ones we should call out the most.
Yeah, the players are the ones in the NFL who deserve the most. Because if all of them, all the black ones were like,
if they did stick, yes,
but
they were like, worried about their contracts. We're not
playing a goddamn ball. Because regardless of whether white people want to admit it or not, we made every sport big popular.
Exactly. So, there's no team.
There's no team.
Without having
so y'all gonna have to lose some money in the short run to gain some money in the long run.
When they talk about they was losing money, no, they didn't lose money. Then that season was that.
NFL lied their ass off.
went up. Their revenue went up.
Yeah,
even with the nil.
The revenue went up because you had people who didn't normally watch it be like, it's an attack on America. I'm going to watch me some football. Right. And then other people be like, yeah, man, fuck all that. Went home. What channels? So Fox? Fox. I got it. Yeah,
some people are full of shit. Some people want to tune in and see what's going on.
Right.
That's really what it is.
Not watching or watching doesn't really matter because somebody's just going to watch it and not really give a fuck.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, there's always going to be people like that. But I mean, part of that is just like we live in a digital
that's the
world.
Problem. We always think things don't affect. That's the problem.
Well, no, things do
because
affect,
if we all did it collectively,
like
you said, the players, and then if we all was like, okay, fuck the TV, you get what I'm saying? It would have had an effect because there's strength in numbers. But if we keep saying no because it's somebody who don't give a fuck.
Monolithically.
Because we're not robotic, but okay.
Well, no, that's the problem, is that we need to be more robotic.
Yeah.
We talked about that last podcast.
Why do we need to be, so we do need to be.
And we said these 10 things is what these politicians and all these other fuck niggas need to do for us. If y'all don't do these 10 things, y'all not getting our vote. We would get at least 5 of them things. And if you get 5 off your list of 10, then the next time you go around, because elections are every, 2 to 4 years, you just ask for the next 5. And maybe they only give you 2 of that. All right, cool. Now you just need another 3. So it's easier to do things when people see that you're not on that bullshit. We are going to talk about how Joe Budden decided to open his mouth and spit that lie about Logic.
That's just ended. Joe Budden.
I'm so sick of him. Okay,
I mean,
I'm very sick of Joe. I need him to know this.
He's very talented, but I can see why he'll never be mainstream as he should be.
Mainstream, because he is mainstream. He makes money.
I was gonna say, yeah, show goes on or whatever. That was like super and everybody.
He'll never be. Ever be
top of the molehill.
Not everybody's gonna be that, but he'll never be Drake, Kendrick.
But he'll never be Drake or Kendrick because he doesn't embrace enough.
Who you talking about, Joe?
But he's not gonna be Cole because there's only gonna be space for one Cole.
No, what I'm saying,
because NF is the one that really surprised people. And everyone's like, well, the reason NF's not going to be on because he's like what? Because he's a rapper, doesn't use profanity. Yeah, he's kind of like, but he's not a Christian. So what's your problem with NF? And everyone's like, well, my problem. Just say you don't like his music and let's just move forward.
No, it's not his music, bro. It's him. Like I can see why he'll never.
You mean him as a person?
I was gonna say, what do you not like about?
Is it the fact that Logic avoids confrontation? Because he had that whole thing where Joyner Lucas was dissing him time at the time.
Him and Joyner Lucas are gonna be the same as they both gonna be. But
the difference is Joyner Lucas is still trying to get to where Logic is.
He won't reach it either.
Well, I know he's not going to get to where Logic is. The difference is that Logic has sold platinum albums. Joyner Lucas will probably never sell a platinum album, and that's just the problem. But it's like for Joe Budden to say that Logic is like a terrible, one of the worst rappers ever.
Joe Budden is a hating ass nigga though.
I mean, he is a hating ass nigga.
Yeah, fuck Joe Budden.
Fuck Joe Budden.
Fuck Joe Budden.
That's the easiest subject.
I don't want to say fuck him.
What did he even say?
I mean, he won for the culture, but sometimes he just makes statements to say something.
Well, yeah, he just makes statements just basically to like why do you need to
antagonize? He likes to antagonize people.
Like when he ran up on them kids and looked like somebody old granddad.
Yeah, I think he
so what?
Oh, you didn't see? So basically, Joe Budden lives in a nice neighborhood in New Jersey? I think I'll check it in post. But basically, some kids did like a ding dong ditch on him, and he got real mad and ran out to the car and was like screaming at him with his bald head and a white beater. Looked like some shit out of some trailer park.
Matter of fact, I think I've seen that shit. Was it like a viral video about it?
Yeah, because it went viral because everyone's like, Joe Budden, you're too kind of famous to be pulling this kind of shit.
Right, chasing some kids.
And this will R read in a couple in like 20 episodes. That's one thing, but you can't do that shit if you kind of famous.
It's just it's petty.
Joe Budden, that's the end of that one. Let's go to the next one.
All right, man. Lil Tecca beat Post Malone's record for all-time streaming on SoundCloud.
I like Post Malone.
I like Post Malone too, but I also like Lil Tecca, a 16-year-old. He's doing it well.
That's what we said earlier. SoundCloud is dead.
I mean, SoundCloud is dead, but it's good to see somebody beat Post Malone. We took down the Great White Hope. No, we don't hate Post Malone.
I like Post Malone.
It's just his record for his record.
People hate Post Malone.
I mean, there are people who
hate Post Malone.
Why?
No, some people hate Post Malone.
Black people hate Post Malone. I
feel like we're the ones who support him.
Because he the one said, I think he said something. It was when he made that statement talking about, well, rap isn't like real music.
Yeah.
What?
That's what
Okay, see, I didn't know about that.
Me either.
Yeah, he said rap is not real.
And if you did say that, that is not.
You think he's right?
Yeah. Depending on the rapper.
Unpopular opinion read.
9 times out of 10, he's right. Depending on the rapper.
You see what I don't understand about older people?
Go ahead.
What I don't understand about older people is that you guys act as if your music was any better than ours, and it wasn't.
No one ever said that. But if I listen to
it was all the same. It was all the same. It was all the same.
No, it's not all the same. That's not all the same.
Listen. If you listen to Prince and you listen to fucking T.I., are they the same?
They're not.
both music, but are they the same?
No, but you said rap. You were specific. You said rap.
But rap doesn't. Most rap doesn't have the depth.
You said rap though.
Prince has depth. Freaking Jay-Z, Nas, and freaking Cole, Kendrick, depth.
But
T.I.
But you said, but this is the thing. You said a specific genre. You said rap.
You judge a genre as a whole. That's what he was saying. He's just like,
he was talking about the whole genre
as a whole.
So he was throwing.
So as a whole, you think rap music has depth?
No, you said that he
No, we're saying a whole. You got to take every SoundCloud rapper, every fuck nigga who ever put something to a beat. That's the problem. Is like you have to judge it as a whole.
That's like saying pop music has depth. Come on,
pop music ain't shit, and we all know
it.
You
like it, and that's fine. I like cupcakes too.
Like the unpopulars of unpopular opinions.
I do too.
Generally speaking,
it definitely
in
does.
this generation, no,
in whole as a whole. We can't say 90s rap. We can't say 8. No, it's a whole thing.
I grew up on Lil Jon. He said 2 words. What are you talking about?
Oh, what? Yeah.
But those are like the commercials.
Okay, so you're exactly so for you to say that there's no depth, that's
rappers.
crazy because the fact that Lil Jon was only saying 2 syllables and we were getting crunk off that shit.
That's different. Right. That's for a good time.
That's entertaining.
Okay, a lot of this music, that's the problem.
They were saying rap doesn't enrich you. Generally speaking,
it does not.
I think it definitely does. It really just depends
I'm sorry.
on the
artist. Exactly. We said generalize.
But generalizing it.
If we had to choose, if we had to take any of the top 10 songs on the
radio, but look.
If we had to take 10 songs off the fucking underground charts, it's not going to be the same. Regardless, as unpopular opinion is going to be, country got more shit to say than rap.
Unfortunately, yeah.
And I don't like country.
It depends on how. It depends on the type of person you are. It depends on what you take from it. It depends on what you.
That's just too big.
Stupid is not an excuse.
It's not stupid though.
I know people sit up here talking about man, Gucci deep. No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Right. Oh my God!
I'm the lawnmower man, and your ass is grass.
Opinion.
You're stupid. I'm sorry, you're just
okay. It's not that though. I feel like you guys don't give enough credit.
You don't love me.
It's not that though. It's not that.
I love it.
I'm sorry. I'm not. When you get older, you'll realize, okay, this shit is trash.
I'm already realizing a lot of shit is trash, but at the same time, there's also artists that are doing things that weren't done.
I like you.
No. We're not saying that it's not successful. We're saying depth. Like that's the only the reason.
What do you mean by depth? Give me an example.
The reason.
Depth. Give you an example. There's plenty of people who speak about plenty of things.
The top 10, the number 1 song was Post Malone's Rockstar, which was replaced by Lil Tecca's Ransom. Have you ever heard
those
Ransom?
songs? I don't even know. I don't know those
mainstream rap doesn't have depth though, and I think that's what's confusing it. Mainstream rap.
We're saying overall.
Yeah, just overall, there's like more shitty, kind of like surface deep rappers than there is ones that are trying to like, spit some real shit. I can agree with that.
I've been hanging like a rock star.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Exactly, but you knew exactly what that is.
Yeah.
You knew exactly what that is. You knew exactly.
Okay, that's cute though.
Okay, cool, but that's not depth.
Right.
But I hear a song with depth.
But there's
not enough J. Cole's in this
because
world.
there are a lot of artists that are in depth just because they're not depth to you.
No, we said that there are specific examples.
You saying what mainstream is that?
No, we're saying overall. We can't splice up the genre. It's everybody gets grouped into the same thing.
Because we're going through the same thing. We poor as fuck. It's nothing else to talk about.
No, that's not true.
I mean, there is. I'm not. Okay, let me take that back. Cut that out. Look, take that out.
Okay.
But anyway.
You ever heard Kick Push?
Yes, that's my song.
Yeah.
That song compared to, give me a song.
Ransom, just go with
something
Ransom.
like cheesy.
That song is.
Something like
No, like what you want by Nas. That shit is garbage.
Hey man, that
is deeper than rock.
It is not.
Yes, it is. It's about a super. It is essentially the young version. This for life, for life.
That's in depth to y'all.
No,
that's not in depth to y'all. It depends. Like I said, it depends on who the person is because that shit is trash. That's trash. That's stupid. That's depth. So how's that depth? How's that depth?
Compared to Kick Push, it's not.
It depends on what you take it as. Okay, so what do you take Kick Push as?
If you can't understand the concept, that's because you don't have the.
Exactly. So you didn't understand the concept of Kick Push. Then you didn't understand it.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I said Kick Push was a better song.
He said Kick Push was better.
So who? But you said.
He turned a whole thing about skateboarding into life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly. But then you said Panini has more depth than that.
Than Rockstar.
Than Rockstar.
Oh, Rockstar. Okay.
Or even-
that's what the miscommunication
Or even
was.
Daydream. You know, Daydream was another one too.
Daydream?
Daydream. I fell asleep beneath the flowers.
I knew you
I
know
don't know that song.
What's J. Cole, that song that he had on the radio?
Like a good one?
It is.
Oh yeah, I just wanted something.
Middle Child.
Trying to
I
get
can
something you feel. Like that song.
Oh, no, that's not Middle Child.
Okay. Middle Child versus. But that song will never be as popular as what was that Migos song that was popular just recently?
I've been hearing some Bad and Bougie.
Man.
Bad and Bougie, true.
That's a
that was
shitty song.
the quintessential
Okay,
one.
Bad and Bougie.
That was a shitty song.
You telling me that song provides someone would actually argue with me that song has more depth than Middle Child.
Correct.
That person is stupid.
You gotta listen
And then you gotta like it. You ain't gotta like it.
You ain't gotta like it.
You're stupid. You're not expanding your mind.
Right.
So as someone who loves music, though, like
Yeah.
my mind got expanded recently by Queen. Like I was just like, why the fuck? I've
Queen
been listening
got
for
some
years,
hits.
but I love Queen. You know who Queen is?
Definitely not.
What?
Since
You never
got
heard
rock
Bohemian
music,
Rhapsody?
I'm gonna play you Queen all the way home.
No.
Like rock music.
Yeah, I kind of.
I need to watch
You ever watch the Mighty
Yeah.
Ducks?
Yeah.
You remember We Are That? That's Queen.
No, we.
That's also
that's
Yeah, okay, I know that song.
Yeah.
To the end. Okay,
you know those are both Queen songs.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, I was making sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm making you sure. Yeah, Queen is
I got
both
it.
of them.
I had to
They
think
also
about
made.
it.
You ever seen Madagascar?
We
No, not Madagascar.
are,
What was the Dance of
will
People?
rock you.
That's Queen.
What was
talking
the
about-
Dance
yeah, that's
of
Queen.
People?
Yes, that's
Happy
Oh,
Queen.
it is?
That's
That was
Queen.
a Happy Feet, one or two. That song, I'm a shooting star, shooting to the sky.
Oh,
No,
you're
watch
talking
Happy Feet.
about
I'm gonna
Go Explode,
blazing
blazing through the sky.
Okay.
I don't know
That's
the
why they
fucking
call me
Mexican
Mr.
one.
Fahrenheit.
I'm blazing at the speed of light.
We just watched
I wanna
Bohemian
make a
Rhapsody
supersonic
recently.
man
and
out of
I got
you.
all them songs.
Don't stop me now.
Stop me now.
That's
I'm gonna
it.
have a good time.
We'll play that at
I
Rock
don't know
Night.
that
Good
song.
time.
I wasn't a big
Either
fan of
y'all
Happy
are
Feet.
singing
I'm
them right,
sorry.
or I just don't know
I'm
these
trying to think of
songs.
something that was
But
in.
No,
But
it's
Queen is
okay.
everywhere.
yeah,
It's okay.
But it's like the Beatles' White Album. That's the name of it, the White Album.
Yeah.
That is one album. I don't care if you black, white, purple, green. When people say that shit was great, that shit is fucking great. Go listen to it. It's like, well, you like rap music. To me, if you listen to a rap album your whole life, you had to listen to one, it would probably be Jay-Z's Black Album to me.
That is
just
a
true.
liar.
I
I'd
don't
go
think
with
you can-
Jay-Z's
You're a liar.
Gray album,
I don't
but
think you
okay.
can tell.
You're a liar.
I don't think you can tell a story of hip hop without the Black Album.
Liar.
I mean, I think you're right.
Well, give me one album you think you can't tell a story of hip hop without. Go ahead. An album. Go ahead. You can't.
A
do
whole
it.
album.
Yeah, you gonna give me some bullshit. I already know.
No, I was gonna give you some.
This is
I think you're right on the tip, and that'd be Lupe Fiasco's The Cool.
the
You could do Food and Liquor, but The Cool for me is my
Cool
favorite.
be it was the favorite.
for the
Let's-
South. I would say Aquemini. I
Yeah.
love Aquemini. That was like one of my favorite albums.
You could argue Stankonia, but
Stankonia.
Aquemini is
I
probably
like
the
Aquemini
quintessential.
over Stankonia.
I mean, no, I like Stankonia more, but Aquemini is like, if they hadn't had Aquemini, I don't think the South would be on the map.
Stankonia was the one that took them off. I really-
Stankonia definitely is like
Yeah.
increased the
I think,
popularity.
yeah, it was the one that brought them to the next level. I'm trying to think because
No, you want to know who won?
Go ahead.
Mary J. Blige, My Life.
I mean, that's
But
one
it's
of those,
but that's another one of those albums like
yeah,
that.
that's like.
get
But
what
that's
I'm
not a
saying?
hip hop album. That
Yeah,
is
it's
an
not rap.
R&B
We talking
album.
Oh, okay.
'Cause-
For true.
Because that's the
To me,
problem.
even that song because she had a lot of depth on the album.
Yeah, she
'Cause I don't like
did.
Beyonce.
She grew.
That
I
got
think
a- oh, you
Beyonce
know
is the
another
most
person,
overrated
too?
artist ever.
I agree.
You know
I
another person,
agree
too?
with 2 hands.
Wait, come on, y'all. Y'all know the Beehive gonna eat us up.
First and foremost, if the
Shit.
Beehive decide to come
No,
for us,
this
just
is
remember, Riker said nothing. These motherfuckers.
Leave Dez out of this, because Dez ain't saying.
I'm snitching.
Don't put it in the post notes. Of course, I love her. Don't get me wrong. I think she's talented and everything. She's the best combination of singer, dancer, and showman.
Okay.
But she's not the best at any of them.
Exactly.
She's the best combination of all of them.
Exactly.
Like her song, like I remember that song came out. People
I'ma
was loving
tread
that
lightly.
song. That
To
song
the
that-
left, to the
But
left.
can y'all stop though? Because Destiny Child have got us through a lot of things alone as teenagers.
Yeah, but that's Destiny's
Destiny's
Child,
Child.
not
That's Destiny's
Beyonce.
Child. That's not just Beyonce, but
Yeah,
she.
but those songs as you get older, they're gonna sound very basic, bitch.
Exactly.
No.
Destiny's Child.
No, because say
Is-
my name, say say my name.
I think SWV or
Say, baby,
Escape
I love
or Jade, those were way better girl groups than what Destiny's Child was.
They were just more popular.
No, I don't know.
That's all that matters in the annuals of
It was
history.
just universal. It was universal.
'Cause 100 years from now,
I like
their
NSYNC
music
versus
kind of
Backstreet
like
Boys.
reached
I think
to
Backstreet
everybody.
Boys are better, but I like NSYNC more.
I liked NSYNC more too for some weird reason.
NSYNC was better.
They had better songs.
They had better songs,
They were
better
better
chemistry.
writers.
NSYNC was more poppy. I just love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is why pop is trash.
Want it
that way. Tell me why ain't nothing
Nah, for real. That is, I love Backstreet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They had better songs. But dirty pop.
Oh, you know who else too?
Dirty pop.
R&B. I think Brandy, the one where she had Friends on there.
Who?
Brandy and Friends.
No,
I'm messing with you.
With
Brandy
Monica?
Norwood. No.
That Boy's Mine?
No. That album, that album with all those songs on it. It was like Friend on there and Have You Ever.
She fell off hard, and I understand why.
You talking about Brandy?
Yeah.
Yeah, she had one of those albums too.
Because she Ray J brother.
But that's R&B. R&B is
Yeah.
nowadays.
It's because I don't
Man.
know.
Why do you think it's no? That's
Because of
That's
Robert.
hard
It's
for
Robert's
R&B.
fault. It's all his fault.
Robert Kelly? Nah.
It's not his fault.
This is gonna be something very unpopular. We knew what R. Kelly was, but y'all niggas ain't care that white people started caring, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
White
Yeah,
people-
that's
I'm
a
gonna
fact.
have to say
White
that.
people, y'all ain't turn on him, so white people turn on him.
We did it.
Because
Exactly.
it was still backyard party.
And we still.
Hey, I still fuck so hard. I don't care
Okay.
what nobody say.
Right. You still
I would
fuck
never
with
say
R&B?
never. Fuck R.
Don't
Kelly.
put
Never
me
say
out.
never.
Don't put me out. Hell no.
What the
Everybody
hell
still
is
bubble-
going on?
Come on.
On the streets in my in the streets in my.
Wait, I have a question.
That wasn't R.
Do
Kelly.
all of you guys
No.
still listen to R.
Isaac
Kelly
Brothers.
I
even
don't.
after the
I
scandal?
haven't.
don't.
I'm sorry. I
actively
haven't.
listen to him, but if it come on,
You
I
know?
turn it off.
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
I don't
Come
just
on,
like
turn
try-
that shit right off.
But dude, like, cause I went hard. Like, I literally took all of his music out of my phone, even like featured shit, like low key.
Oh,
Like,
she was so
I
serious about that
I went
shit.
pretty damn hard. You might be able to find one or two here and there, but like, I really like had so much R. Kelly.
Thank you.
Did y'all like take him out of your phones?
No.
Type
No.
shit.
He
no.
wasn't in my phone,
Play.
but
Yeah.
I made sure
You
to take
added the
him
album?
completely
Yes.
out.
Why?
But it's not gonna
Why
matter a
do you
little bit
care?
because they're gonna buy all
So
R.
you just
Kelly's
don't give a
albums.
fuck
About what?
what if that
about everything that
well,
he did and the
Like
fact
what?
that he still makes royalties off
what?
of every
Not
stream
anymore.
that
he
you
doesn't.
have.
Not
He's
anymore.
like
They
broke.
took him.
Oh yeah, they
He's
taking him.
broke. He's been broke.
They
He doesn't
are
have
robbing this man.
Yeah.
No, it's not that
No.
they're robbing this man.
But
This
who's
man was
making?
stupid.
But somebody's still making the money. I still like it's fucked
Well, no,
up.
they're not gonna
regardless.
give him. They're not gonna give him royalties once he gets locked up.
He gonna get him.
you're
I
not gonna
should
get him.
stop searching him on YouTube and
I don't
stuff
think-
like that.
I don't
but
think you should.
you know,
What I'm saying is,
If he comes
I
on
knew who R. Kelly
Pandora.
was in high school. This was 16 years ago. 2 years, the white liberal agenda
When he
started contest against him, and that's when I didn't trust it. I was like, hell no.
Yep.
when he came on stage
Don't
with
get me
Aaliyah,
wrong,
how he did with Aaliyah,
No, the
like that
girls-
was creepy.
The girls from that
That
video
was
were up
trifling
there.
in
That's not
itself.
what you
That was
said
our
at the
first
beginning of the
red
year,
sign.
Ari.
Yeah.
I feel that was our.
I will go
parents
back to
are
R.
pissed off for
Kelly.
that too.
R. Kelly survivor number
I'm
one.
down with him because I don't care. Like I'm just not gonna actively listen to him or
Whoa!
whatever.
You can't be down with him and say you know this nigga did it.
I don't
When
care.
before you said you didn't know if this nigga did it.
Did what? I think he did the one on the tape. That was him.
Oh, you mean the three?
You think he did
tape?
the-
Those three.
That
But you
was
don't
tapes?
very
believe that he
vulgar.
had all those other women in his
Captive
house
and
fucking
stuff?
them and
No, captive and no.
doing all the
They wanted to be
weird,
there.
you know, almost
No,
kind of
I
like
think he did.
BDSM
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, they wanted to be
I
there,
think they
man.
wanted to be there.
Yeah, I think
That's
they
victim
wanted to be there
blaming.
too.
They wanted to be the whole mute.
I don't think
But
they. I
also
don't think they
their
wanted to be
parents
there.
were selling them.
Correct.
They-
I
That
do.
was the story.
I feel like the parents have a major
Oh
part
no,
in
we
it.
said
Oh,
that
yeah.
in that same podcast,
Yeah.
which you can go back and see. Parents needed to go to jail too.
Yeah, of course.
R. Kelly and
I
them, they
agree.
all need to be together.
Fuck yeah.
We gonna
Fuck
get
yeah.
shit.
It's like the whole
All
situation that we were just
managers-
talking about earlier.
The
About
people who work
Who was
with
the
him
main?
too.
Yeah, the main
All of
manager
them.
that was just snitching,
All
singing
of
like a
them.
canary in the interviews. Oh, nigga, you need to be with him.
All of the Aaliyah parents need
That's
to be
not
locked
right.
up too. Get
Just
them
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
Exactly.
Get them
Hold on,
parents
with
too.
that same sentiment, you turned off Michael Jackson too?
I don't think Michael did it.
I don't
The
think he
FBI
did
said
either.
Michael Jackson didn't do it, and I
He
believe
did
because they
it.
want to fry that
I don't,
nigga.
but
But
no.
white people out here thinking
I don't-
he's a fucking rapist. I mean,
No.
I'm sorry, child molester.
But that's
Well,
white
he's
people
not,
though.
Yeah, I don't believe
no.
that.
I don't think that nigga ever had sex.
I don't think.
Especially
I don't
with the
believe.
glove.
nobody-
I think he
don't
might have-
believe
I'm
He's
pretty
he's
sure
ever
that
had any
nigga
pussy
masturbated
for
into a
real.
Kleenex and a white woman put it
Yeah,
up.
I
in
don't
his
think
mouth.
nobody
Free
was.
stuff.
Yeah,
I think he was that.
I don't think
I don't think Michael never had no pussy. I don't think
I,
that.
that's what I I just said that. I said I don't think nobody was giving
Diana
Michael no
Ross,
pussy. I'm
and he fucked
sorry.
Madonna.
Them kids wasn't
Man,
his.
y'all are crazy, man.
It's a good couple.
Those
They
kids-
were tossing everything at Michael Jackson. I tell you, I'm giving you.
You don't think?
But he
I'm
wasn't
telling
catching
y'all,
it.
that don't mean okay. Well, they was throwing it at him. I
He wasn't
guarantee they were
catching
throwing it at
it.
him.
Prince was getting more pussy than Michael.
Yeah, Prince was.
Come on now.
I don't know what Prince was doing, but fuck, oh,
Not
God, I
after he
love
became
Prince.
a Jehovah's Witness, he wasn't.
He didn't become a Jehovah's
He did
Witness.
become a Witness.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
So,
That's why he stopped being so sexy.
Prince.
Remember
Yeah.
when he named
What?
himself the artist?
He
And
did that to get back at
formerly known
royalties.
as the artist or whatever.
Yeah, the
like,
artist
wasn't he
fighting
like
over
in
his
some
name.
spiritual shit? Yeah.
No, he was fighting over his name.
Do y'all
Yeah,
remember
nothing to
that
do with no
video
spirit.
where
Well,
he
I
was
know it's definitely
performing?
because, like, I
He's
think,
like, it
yeah,
was
something
old. He was like,
contractually.
Osama bin Laden's getting ready to bomb. Y'all remember that video? It's on
I don't remember that.
YouTube. Oh.
Yeah,
Who said
that's what I'm
that?
saying. That's a real. Okay, and
it's
that's
Prince
again.
performing.
Hold on. That's another thing. Let me go back to that. Rappers versus artists. There are rappers and then there are artists. Most rappers.
Can I have
don't
an
talk about
example,
shit.
please?
You said what?
Can I
So
have an
T.I.
example, please?
T.I. is an example of someone who is a rapper. Jay-Z
Why y'all
is
want to
someone.
keep using him?
Yeah.
Because it's easy.
T.I. is the only rapper.
We just using
I'm
them.
just saying, T.I. But T.I. is someone that
Okay,
almost every-
Blueface is a fucking
Okay,
rapper.
no, he is not. He's a fucking entertainer.
What about
No,
Tech
he's a
Nine?
rapper.
He's a rapper.
He's an
Rappers can be
entertainer.
entertainers.
Rappers-
They have
Did
to
you
be
guys
artists.
not Tech Nine? What the fuck was his name?
Tech
Oh,
Nine is
6ix9ine?
a rapper.
No, what was the
Tekashi.
one? Tekashi 6ix9ine.
He's a rapper.
I said
Tekashi
Tech
is
Nine.
not. Yeah,
No,
he's a rapper.
Tekashi is an actor, and he's been playing a damn good
Okay.
role.
That's what I'm saying.
Tekashi is a
Well,
rat.
Tekashi is an actor.
Do you consider Tekashi and Blueface in the same room
No, I
as a
don't.
J. Cole?
Or Tupac.
No, of
All
course.
eyes on
Come
me.
on now, like that's so.
But I think
come
that's
on.
why they're saying it, because they're saying like the vast majority of the rappers that we have, if you put them all in one bowl, you can really only pick out a handful of ones that really have
About
lyrical
90%, 'cause
talent.
Some people got potential.
Yeah, some people got
Because to
potential.
me, that one kid, X Attention, he was a rapper.
Come
a lot,
on, you
but
always
that
say
dude was
him.
an artist. Like,
Yes.
he was good. He
You
had-
always say
he was
him.
too young. He didn't show
He
his
is
full
too young. He
potential.
didn't show his full
He didn't
potential.
show his
Okay,
full
did you
potential.
look up Polo G like I asked?
No, I wasn't gonna look at that trash.
Oh, wow.
But I looked up
How you know he's trash if you
Damn.
don't heard him?
Juice WRLD. I like him. Even that little kid YK Osiris. I think he has potential.
Yeah,
NBA
YK
young
Osiris.
boy.
It's surprising that he even made it onto any of the lists.
We'll see.
Because he hasn't released enough shit. It's like
Okay, what
2
about the
songs?
baby?
The baby's
You're
a
not
rapper.
feeling him?
The Baby-
I'm saying lyrically.
The
The
Baby-
Baby's a good rapper, but he's
Lyrically.
nothing special.
No, he's nothing special. You've heard the baby
Name-
before.
You,
Okay.
you like the Baby?
No,
he
I-
is dope as lyric.
No, I don't like
Wham,
him.
wham,
I'm
wham.
just saying.
Bitch on little baby.
No, that's Lil Baby. Wrong person, but
I mean,
look.
even him, he's
No,
better than him.
No, I was just asking as far as lyrically compared to the trash
You
that
were
we've been getting lately.
No, the Baby is above average.
Yeah, he's above average.
for now, but in general speaking, he's below average. If we're
Right.
talking about great,
Oh.
I like the way his voice makes him seem like he's so much better than what he is. When you have a voice, it covers up a lot of flaws. Because the Baby has a voice, and the way he his
Reed speaking.
cadence. His cadence is awesome because the way he raps, it's like he's explaining to you, and his voice makes you want to listen.
It's like you could actually understand and hear what he's saying.
That's like Rick Ross. Rick Ross is an average ass rapper, but his voice, it makes you want to listen
Something
to him.
special.
Sound like a boss. He does sound like a boss. But if you were to sit down and read his lyrics, it's just like he said this like 10 times before. Pirelli spinning on the new. Like I swear I've heard that shit like 1,000 times. Something about spinning.
Walking in the
Pirelli
sand
water.
and my feet are in the water.
It sounds so cool coming from him. Some people just have
Yeah.
a voice. Like it is what it is. But like talent wise, I'm trying to think of a rapper from here.
I'm trying to
in
think
Atlanta.
of what is
T.
talent
Grizzly?
to you. I love him. I love T. Look, he really just did this song called what? Scottish, I think it's called. And it's about, I guess it's about somebody that just recently died that's close to him. And that shit, you really have to listen to that shit. It's
So
really good.
when I say T Grizzly, all right?
Yeah.
All right, would you put him? This is what I'm saying. This is what I want you to look at.
But
his
T
rap.
Grizzly's
This is
from
my
Detroit,
advice
though.
For anybody who listens to us,
He's from
There are
Detroit.
cupcakes, and then you have your main portion meal, and then you have your sides.
I don't think you're feeling it.
Like I like T Grizzly, but he's a cupcake. He's
Oh
gonna
my
he's gonna
God.
give me a good time, but it's not really filling.
Oh my
Then you got
Correct.
sides like T.I. He's a side. You know, he
T.I. 's a
can do
side.
it. Then you got main portions.
Jay-Z's, your J. Cole's, your Tupac's.
No,
Kendrick's,
those are
your-
not main portions. to
Yeah,
me.
Kendrick.
Let me stop
And-
because Jay Z
well,
is a main portion, but
Who Soldier Boy is a fucking cupcake.
Cupcake.
yeah,
around.
I agree with Soulja Boy.
But you know what? At one point in time,
But he's done something that a lot of that couldn't do.
a lot of
Because success doesn't mean you're good.
You couldn't have done
But that's
that.
okay.
Oh, listen to me. You watch movies?
Yes.
Who's your favorite actor? Most people don't have a favorite actor.
I don't
I'm
have
gonna give
one.
you two actors: The Rock or Leonardo DiCaprio. Who's the better actor?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Exactly. What you are comparing is The Rock and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Correct.
I like The Rock.
I love The Rock. I have so much respect
But
for
if I'm
him.
going to go watch it, if I want to pay to see a good movie,
Bravo, like outstanding job. I'm gonna go to Leonardo DiCaprio.
I
I got you.
That's how I want you to look at music.
Okay.
But Armstead.
No, I was just going back to the fact of how you were saying like T.I. But like at one point in time, T.I. I
Thank
consider him an
you.
artist.
They keep discrediting him
I
expeditiously.
Come on, man.
always seen the corniness in him.
No, I'm talking about the beginning, like the very, like even the beginning of his career, man. You know what I'm saying?
Are you
Serious, man.
Yeah, but
He
he's
was
just
good,
a good
but
rapper.
exactly.
just a good
He was
rapper.
never a real deep.
I think at one point in time, man. I think he became a
Yeah.
rapper.
I think okay, so I see
don't
what
think
you're
so.
saying. He more
Yeah.
so portrayed a tough image, like
Yeah.
see me in the
Listen.
street.
Yeah,
I figure he became.
He never had that.
He was an artist in the beginning. I think
to
after
him
what was
that
it?
I feel like other artists just pour themselves.
What was
into.
24
You know what I'm
on?
saying?
Break that up
Okay. I
in two
didn't
parts.
feel that.
So
What was 24's on? What was it? What album was that on?
That was on.
That wasn't Urban
on-
Legend. What was
that was
yeah? Like
that
I
was
think
on-
that's when he became a rapper.
That was on
that was like
Urban.
his second or third album. Bro.
That's what I'm saying. His first and second album, dog. I think
Those are his best
that's his
albums.
best
King.
ones.
His
That was
first
King.
and second albums are like his best albums.
album. What you know
Yes,
about that was
24
on.
was
That
on
was probably the
King.
best
It
album.
was?
I think
Yeah.
he's talking
King?
Nah,
about.
that's wrong. That's wrong.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
It had to be.
Oh, you-
That was trap music.
trap music. I said.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, nigga song. Yeah, trap.
Yeah.
Real T.I. fan.
Respect.
Yeah. But I remember you liked the song by T.I. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Live your life.
Wait, what song?
I like that song too. It was his transition.
That was him trying and it didn't work.
It was him
Live your
crossing
life.
over. He was crossing
I
over.
feel
yeah,
like,
live
I feel
your
like he
life.
did try to go
Cross over.
mainstream, but
He
it
was
didn't
crossing
work.
over. then.
Exactly.
He was trying
Oh, it's on.
to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's
Yeah.
T.I. now?
Yeah, huh? Because he said the spirit of a
Hosting
hustler.
and-
With
He got a
Okay.
song. He got another song he did with Mary J. Blige too called "Don't Forget." That was a good song too.
Also true.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
it was a good
I'm
song,
sorry,
man.
I can't call.
Rapper.
No.
I can't-
What I'm saying is that I wouldn't. I'm not gonna say from
You
the
consider
very
him
beginning. No, not now.
No,
Not
in general.
now.
You've
No, so if you're talking about in general, he's a rapper.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I think in the beginning he was an artist.
No.
I feel like he was an artist in the beginning.
No.
No. That's what he's
my
saying.
opinion.
But
Compare his first album to who you
Yeah.
consider a rap.
You-
Eminem? You consider
When he
Eminem an
did
artist?
the T.I. versus
At times.
T.I.P., that's not art.
We're
When
not-
he did
yeah.
T.I.
we're not
versus
going into the
T.I.P.
T.I. debate any further. Sorry. Talia?
Yeah, my comment.
Yeah.
That I had made about T.I.
Yes.
I feel like he was always like you're saying, like he was a good rapper. He had music that was, catchy and it was
Okay.
interesting to a lot of people. But there was a lack of authenticity that I felt like he poured himself into his music that other artists have done.
Okay.
Certain artists that we would say like, no, they're legendary. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I
True.
think he'll be legendary for Atlanta, but
Y'all
And there's
know
so many
Kim
people
just had a
coming
new
up to,
album,
like,
right? With 9
keep
songs.
trying to
Oh,
Ja Rule album coming out of the simulator.
Hey,
It is?
I know.
12.
Oh, shit.
We gonna
Get
review
lit.
that shit right here.
Right
Yeah.
here.
For real?
No.
No, is he really coming out?
Yeah, he really coming out with an album called
Shit, we about to review that shit.
really?
Yeah.
We about to have a live. We about to have a live review party that Thursday night when it
Like,
starts
what
streaming on
is-
Apple.
Hey.
We want to invite
Ja
50.
Rule, baby.
We gonna invite 50 Cent to the podcast.
Oh yeah, we gonna invite 50 Cent. We're gonna be like, hey, at 50. Go ahead if you come to the podcast, man. We'll have some
And
bubbly.
we'll have $1 for you because you know it's 50.
Right.
I mean,
50
actual
cents.
$1. Don't even think about 100. nigga.
Exactly, nigga. In fact, you bring the ladies and the
Yeah,
booze.
and the money.
Exactly, and the money so we can pose.
Yeah, and give us a.
But he petty enough to
Wow,
actually do
that's
this, so I should add him for this.
Yeah, go ahead. He is petty enough. We're gonna review Ja Rule's album
Right.
with 50 Cent.
Correct.
Right.
When is this supposed to be going
I
on?
don't
In
know, once
December.
we get in touch with his people.
You so
Yeah,
for
we gonna get
real?
in touch
So
with
he
him.
really, he really got an album coming out.
He really
Like
got
so
that
for
album.
real, like dead ass, like
Yeah.
murder ain't
I
type
think
shit.
him and Lil Flip got destroyed worse by beef than anybody
No,
else.
Yeah.
Well,
Scrappy,
no,
though.
it's
Scrappy.
not even close.
Little Scrappy.
No,
Who
Lil
the Scrappy
no,
did destroy-
it's not
destroy
even
by?
close. No one lost harder than Ja Rule.
Yeah.
No one.
I think Lil Flip got destroyed the worst, but
No.
but
he
wait.
didn't.
I think he got destroyed the
stood
worst.
his own
But
ground.
50, I mean not 50, but Ja Rule has been known.
How
of
did he get destroyed
getting
the
hurt
worst?
the
He got
worst.
destroyed once. Ja Rule's died about 11 times.
That's what I'm saying. Flip got destroyed the worst, but what's the name?
How did he get destroyed the worst?
Because he's not in the public eye anymore.
But
That's
not being in
why.
the public eye is because Lil Flip decided to be a little pussy ass
See, that's
bitch,
just-
and
that's
he knew
just-
this was goddamn hip hop.
And that's why it's worse. You know what I'm saying? At least
No,
people can still
he
say
lost his
Ja Rule
nerve.
still tried. You
And
know what I'm
again,
saying?
as we
Exactly.
talk about all the
and
time.
what death is worse than a person that disappears completely?
No,
But
you
people
know,
don't
you
know
put
his songs,
you
though,
pushed
when they
out.
come
I don't know
on.
what
Name one Lil Flip song.
Hey,
besides
Thank you,
Game
Flip.
Over. Game Over.
Flip.
Besides Game Over.
Game over.
Besides Game
Oh,
Over.
sunshine. I could call you my baby boy.
To be honest, I think that's the only one I know. It's
You might have been a fan.
Yeah, you might be a fan. Yeah.
She definitely was a
Probably could've been.
fan. But no, I get the fact that Lil Flip lost his career, but that was Lil Flip's fault. Ja Rule, there is nothing he could have done to stop the laws of power that 50 Cent applied to that nigga. 50 Cent used every law. That's why 50 Cent got 2 laws added to the 48 laws of power, because he destroyed Ja Rule that badly that he literally was like, the guy who made the book was like, you know what? I got to partner with fucking 50 Cent so he don't come from my ass.
Oh my God.
That's how bad it is. But the reason that Ja Rule lost so strong, Armstead, is because Ja Rule had the opportunity to either ignore or let go, but he let his ego do the talking. 50 Cent was consistent.
And
When
he made a
50
point.
Cent wanted to walk on a Ja Rule set, and Ja Rule at that moment had the same thing that when Cannabis had with Eminem. Cannabis let Eminem kind of stay, but then Cannabis Eminem got beat because of another thing. Ja Rule told 50 Cent to get the fuck out of there and created a lifelong enemy that decided
That
to
you
hunt
could've
him
made
down.
money with.
And in fact, you know what? I'll show you the law of power on it, man. Because
I'm about to give you an example right now. Everybody's seen The Matrix, right?
correct.
Okay. Name one of the agents.
Agent Smith.
Okay. What were the other agents' name?
It doesn't matter because they were all
Exactly.
Agent
Ja
Smith.
Rule is Agent Smith. The other 2 agents who you don't know of right now is Flip. That's how bad they did. No one knows who that is. No one
What
knows.
he doing.
Right? No
And
one
you know,
knows
at one
anything.
time, I thought he
But you
was
still
Hood
know
Rich
enough
Pablo.
to know Little
No,
Rich.
that's how
Man.
bad he was. At least Agent Smith came back and tried.
He didn't come back.
He tried. He got an album coming
Nigga,
out now. He just said he got an album coming out right now.
That's called nigga
God.
has enough money to lose more
Okay.
money.
Exactly.
Okay, and how
I
much
don't
money
think-
did Flip
no.
have?
Flip Sir has a house that's paid for, and he's staying to his own business.
That you know
But
of.
we don't want to hear that
I
shit
never hear this
now.
argument.
We don't want to hear that shit now.
Ja Rule, Lil Flip has never been as big as Ja Rule.
He
Also
hasn't.
true.
He wasn't, but
So
still.
think about this.
Ja Rule held the entire hip hop in his hand, started a whole wave of
with
fucking
women
goddamn.
too.
What would I do without my baby?
And he did it
Yeah, he
with
did have Lil
women.
Mo.
He had literally hip hop in his hand. He was talking to grades. Nigga, Ja Rule made the biggest fucking
Ja
L
Rule
of
was
all
supposed to be the
time.
next Tupac. When they was writing magazines, I remember reading it. It was him, DMX, and Jay-Z. They were supposed to originally form Murder Inc., but that shit splintered off. But they was like, is Ja Rule the next Tupac? Google it.
Yeah, because
they
I
asked
do
him if
remember
he was gonna be that.
Tupac. I do remember him speaking about.
It was like they thought he was going to be.
Armstead, the
I know
kind of
he
L that
covered
Ja
for the
Rule
Tupac
took.
song.
I know what kind of L he took.
No, sir. The kind of L that he took in his whole fighting with 50 Cent. This nigga makes a diss track and decides to include Eminem, Busta Rhymes, and Dr. Dre. And what happens? They literally take one of his favorite tracks of all time and fucking murder him on that.
I'm sorry, man.
And that nigga does not come back from that. That's your heart as a fan.
And the way,
That's
no,
your
no,
heart
no,
as
it's
a
not,
fan.
not me even being a fan. You know what I'm saying? It's just, to me, the person who takes the biggest L is the person who just gave up straight off the jump.
Fuck, he just was terrible at it. Y'all remember
He gave up, man. What did he do after
No,
he got
Lil
And he
destroyed by
wasn't
Trey?
tried.
even that bad. Y'all making it seem
Who,
like
Lil?
it. Yes, he wasn't even that
No,
bad.
we're not saying he's bad. We're saying that he took a huge L. Like,
But he
Before
started
we
the
move
singing
relationship
nigga
stuff, I
shit
gotta
too.
ask you one more question.
no, go ahead.
What rapper fell from grace the most by his own doing?
You
just
said
his
Grace
name.
to most.
Yeah. You
By
said his
own.
name.
You said his name.
Grace
He just said his name.
to most.
Fell from like you could have been GOAT, but you fucked yourself up.
DMX.
say DMX?
Yeah.
Yes, DMX
He
did
could have
more
been
to
that nigga. I
himself.
agree.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
he
I'm
had
trying to
issues
think of
with,
somebody else.
drugs and, it was just a
that's
lot of
what I'm doing.
self and substance abuse.
I was
Yeah, that
trying to
fucked him
think of
up.
somebody
It's
else.
not your own.
Well, no,
doing.
see,
It's how
LL
he
Cool
was
J
brought up,
fell off
too.
later in his career, and that's kind of the problem. Is
but
that he
felt like-
fell off, but I mean, like
DMX went through a lot of hard.
people-
crack.
LL was good, but I don't know
He
if
made
he would
one of
have
your
ever
favorite
really
songs,
been
right?
hella
This is for my
big.
new boy. That nigga used to blast that shit. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, I love that song.
This is for my new. What was that song?
You talking about number
Do
one?
you think I meant to hurt you?
Yeah.
Do you think I meant to hurt you? So let's
Ride together, die together.
Yeah, that's number
In the
one.
world, we gonna fly
Yeah.
together.
That's my shit.
Hey, when I
Number
heard that
one.
verse for him, I fucking died. I swear to
I
God.
mean,
I can't
again,
even lie.
That was my shit.
That shit made me laugh.
Man, who would, if somebody that we ever heard from in a long time, if they would come out with an album, would you listen to
Depends
it?
on who it is.
Depends on who it is.
Ludacris.
Yeah, I would.
Probably.
I
I'd
would.
at least skim it.
I'll try it.
At least skim it.
Yeah.
Luda is so talented, man.
Yeah, man, I respect Luda, man.
You don't
I
like
would
the
listen just
chicken,
to see
the
if
whole
there was any
chicken
hits in
vibe?
there.
I still like Luda. I just think
No, Luda's talented. The problem is that he let too much time pass.
correct.
Okay.
And we
That's
talked
like
about
Nicki
that.
Minaj. She's the same thing.
Well, no, Nicki Minaj's problem wasn't
She
that.
had 5
Nicki
years
Minaj's
past
problem
between
is
albums.
no. Nicki Minaj's problem was that she got caught up in the single game, which is like I get it. If the niggas handing you 50,000 for doing this, 50,000 for doing that one, of course you're gonna be like, well, shit, man, this is easier than making a fucking album. I ain't gotta put no money
it's
out.
not. It's the same amount of effort.
But R. Reed, you
Albums
telling
are
me,
not
you
hard,
telling me
especially
right,
when you don't write your own shit.
you telling me right now.
So you trying to say she don't write her own shit?
Well, no,
Nah.
he's not trying to say. He literally just said that.
I
But
already don't say it.
I mean, no, look, we're not mad at Safari, but even then, sir,
I don't care if you write.
she was getting 50 grand like every
Right.
fucking different which way,
Literally takes you 3 hours, if that, at that level, to make a song and finish it.
dude.
If
Or
that.
she could just get Safari to write her something real quick, fuck that nigga,
but she
and then
gotta
go
write
home
it.
and make that 50K.
I mean, bro, that was her own fault because she was the queen, and she could have rolled like Cardi. I think Cardi got it now, right? Cardi
Yeah.
could ride it for another 5 years. Unless
Well, no, it's not that Cardi needs
No,
is gonna
Cardi just got knocked out by 2,000 points, please.
by who?
by who?
By Megan.
The
No.
Stallion?
No, they're not competing.
They're not competing.
They're not
Yeah.
competing,
Yeah.
but she's about. Did you see how faint she just went for a second? Till she just came out with this video with what? Fat Joe.
It don't matter.
It don't
It
matter.
does
She
matter.
ain't took her spot yet.
No, she ain't took her spot.
She
I think
hasn't even
Megan's
went on
creeping up,
tour
but-
yet.
She took her
Megan's
spot.
creeping up.
She's
Of course.
creeping up
I think she's
overnight.
coming.
Cardi
She-
hasn't even went on tour yet.
She's not there yet.
Also, she
Ain't Cardi.
Yeah.
She ain't Cardi.
Cardi hasn't went on tour yet.
she better pay my boy hello Leyasin.
Hey,
And
he gave
Cardi,
her that
that
hot tip.
press did
She
really
ain't that
bad.
true though. She ain't
Yeah,
up there.
but press didn't do that good.
she. I feel you. It's possible, but not
It
yet.
is.
And then she just got
And
what an
Megan-
award for the best mixtape. Cardi, you haven't had a mixtape in like since.
But you don't need a
Invasion of
mixtape.
What,
Privacy.
best new artist? They gonna give it to her because
Exactly.
unless they
Yeah.
give an album like she ain't got no competition. Well, it's a couple. Actually, it's a couple chicks coming up. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's not long enough yet. I think she's next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we look
Yeah.
at it, but she's not Cardi.
Either that or she's just
'Cause
gonna
Cardi's
stay in her
icon.
own
Nobody's
lane.
trying to be making the Stallion. People still out here trying to be Cardi.
Okay.
Exactly.
They're not trying to be Megan.
I think Megan is gonna more or less stay in her own lane than to try to
And that's
compete with
fine as long
Cardi.
as she's successful.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only thing
But
about
she's
it.
slick and nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not
she is
slick.
a nerd.
She is absolutely a nerd.
She didn't embrace it like I
No,
think
no,
she
no.
did.
Well, but that's not smart because
I mean-
most of her fan base is not nerds.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Get it.
Exactly.
Like
So-
that picture, I don't think.
Well, they don't get that Todoroki. They don't
Yeah,
get that
they
shit.
didn't get it. Okay.
They don't get it, and that's why I
You see that
think.
picture with
It's
her
a lot
blue
of
and
things.
red?
Yeah, I
You know
got
that's
it,
from?
but that's what I was saying.
But do you know what that's from?
A
You know
lot
that's
of
from?
My hero.
no,
My
I know
Hero
it's from-
Academia is a nigga who half his body can do ice, half his body is fire.
Yeah,
His dad is a piece of
Yeah,
shit.
she stole
That's
it.
talking
I know
about
that-
Meg?
I know
Endeavor.
she's into
They're
like
talking about
Egypt.
Meg?
I mean,
Yeah,
Chinese
her
cartoons.
Instagram picture right now. If you look at her
Yeah.
profile pic,
Yeah.
it's still that picture of her because she's slick and
Yeah,
nerd.
she's a My Hero Academia fan. That's
Yeah.
a nerd.
Oh
Why
yeah,
they won't drop Uzi's album? you
because
guys?
Uzi got caught in what we call this is why you don't let record labels determine your life. Megan Thee Stallion,
The
say what
360?
you want to say about. No, it's not even about that. Record labels determine whether or not Lil Uzi Vert gets to drop anything.
Why?
Megan Thee Stallion owns her shit, so she gets to drop whatever the fuck she wants. Also,
She
great
has
job on
management with Roc
trademarking.
Nation.
Well, yeah, exactly. You do a
Go.
deal with them.
Right.
But this has been a great episode. I think we're
We'll
not.
just throw stuff next week.
Well, I mean, fuck the relationships this week. We got to talk about music for like
Fuck
30 minutes. That was
relationships.
awesome. Well, I mean, look,
Those are
fuck
fun.
What
relationships.
did
All
you
right,
want to know about relationships?
Yeah,
we had
ask
some
at least
talk.
one
Do one
question.
all right,
Okay,
fine.
what?
My buddy here, we had the weirdest phone conversation.
Ah.
Being in a, you date a chick,
Correct.
she wants a girlfriend.
Yep.
Cool. She
All
gets
right.
to choose the girlfriend. Should you be
True.
able to fuck the girlfriend?
No, because the girlfriend is a third party. However, you should be able to get a girlfriend too.
Bam!
Bam. Boom. Watch it right in there.
Bam! You get cheat on me, get cheat on you too.
No, it's
Yeah.
not cheating. Again,
yeah.
as
How is
long
it
as
not
she's-
cheating?
It's not cheating if
If
both
it's
parties
real, it's not
agree.
cheating.
Yeah.
Oh well, then in that case.
But you can't get a
Again,
girlfriend.
remember we knew that one
Or
nigga.
you share a girlfriend.
Unless
Exactly.
they don't want that. So say
Well,
the
no, exactly.
other
That's why
party
I wouldn't want
doesn't
that.
care.
I wouldn't want that. I don't want to
Yeah.
share your boo. All right, I want my own boo. Someone I can handpick.
Depends on how she looks.
Someone who
No,
likes.
I say somebody we handpick.
No. She
Women
gonna
don't make
pick.
decisions.
She gonna pick. Women make plenty of decisions, nigga.
Bad one.
That's also a lie.
Big lie.
Big lie.
Okay.
I mean, but
You
there
ain't said nothing over there.
no. She was trying to figure out what the question is.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, let's say
he was talking some
let's just say you get in a relationship with a guy, right? And the guy's like, okay, I want to have another girlfriend, right? And you're like, well, I want to have somebody else on the side too. He says, no, I can, but you can't. But then you're like, well, can I at least be able to mess around with the person that you choose? And he says, no, you can't do that either. I only get to mess with you, but I can mess with you and this other person.
No,
That ain't a poly relationship, nigga. That's abuse.
Exactly. That's controlling.
abuse.
That's
That's
manipulative.
controlling.
Yeah.
That's like no.
So the compromise.
But
from what
if
he said-
you wanted to explore that, then we could choose together.
Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B.
If you had to be one.
You had to pick one.
If you had to be one.
Pick one.
You had to be one of them.
No, you had to pick one. Like I'm talking about, it's a woman.
I say Cardi.
Ooh, that was a terrible choice.
Cause she just
'Cause we
seems
all
more
love Megan,
fun.
right?
I mean, it's Team Megan all
you
day.
would choose.
Are you talking about hitting her?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh
obviously.
yeah, I would have to choose Meg.
I'm gonna say.
Cause Meg is bad.
Cardi B
Nah,
ain't
Megan
nothing
Cardi.
special.
Man, she gonna.
I thought you just meant to be to pick a lifestyle.
Well, no, that's what I was doing. I was messing
just
with you.
pure sexual attraction.
No, I
Oh, Cardi or Megan?
I would say Megan if I had to pick off a sexual attraction.
yeah.
Yeah, I would do the same thing, Megan.
Y'all know who you know who Ari is?
Ari Lennox?
Ari G Herbo's baby mom.
Oh, yeah, his baby mom is hot.
She's so fucking
But she
bad.
has terrible choices because anyone who fucked G Herbo is a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even bullshitting. She is
Yeah.
a fucking idiot.
That was a bad choice she made in her life.
Not a bad choice. That is a holy shit. Why did you
And
stick
then
to
he's over here
this
with Fabulous
flaming
daughter.
pile of shit
Yeah.
and put your whole ass foot in it and say, I'm taking you home with me?
Beyonce or Rihanna?
Oh,
Rihanna.
Rihanna. Whoa.
Beyonce.
Do I get to go
You
home?
would pick Beyonce?
Do I get to go home with
She
the person?
seems like a prude with
I
big
know.
draws
Rihanna.
on.
No. Do I get to go home with her?
Yeah.
All right, I'm taking B.
She
No.
had that
I'm taking
edge,
B
like Rihanna
all
had
day.
like
We're
that-
just talking
Beyonce's
pure
a fucking
sexual.
lady.
Yeah.
I mean, I follow her,
She
yeah.
just be sitting around
No.
smoking blunts, chilling half naked. Like,
Yeah.
I don't follow her.
She's like a lazy LA
She
chick.
has those moments, yeah.
She's like a lazy LA chick.
But she's also-
I love her. Like
Right.
if I was 20 something, that'd be cool. But
Exactly. It's like if I'm 20 something, I ain't got shit to do with my life.
You know what?
just sitting down.
I mean, she didn't get that.
Yeah, you're sitting down.
Do 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 do.
It was corny. Like that's why I bypassed the corniness.
She bypassed the
All right, tell
corniness.
us where to find your Instagram. We can get the hell out of here. Last time.
Lit LITXGREAM.
When you launching?
November.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks again, everybody. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.